Ni hao, and welcome back to the little Chinese campaign. And yeah, we're still trying to invade Kiachao Bay. It's not going too well. We got 7 months remaining. 18% chance to succeed. And that's with literally my entire navy being involved. We are building some new ships. A bunch of new DDs will come into service. Well, they're going to be finished in 4 months and then commissioned. I guess it'll be 5 months. So they might get to participate. Light cruisers, maybe, if the invasion gets delayed. But that's about it. I'm not too hopeful that this is going to succeed. But at the very least, my ships are being resupplied while they're sitting here, because they're close to my own home port. And if I send them into port, well, I'm gonna blow my capacity way over, because they've all taken some damage. The battleship actually quite a bit, because of a submarine encounter. But let's go to September and see what happens. And we have a meeting, and I'm worried that might be with the large Japanese task force sitting outside of Weihai Wei. It is. So, are we gonna be able to sink all of these? No. I can tell you that much. Unless, well, I know the battlecruisers are quite well built. They don't have that much firepower. Well, 13-inch guns, not too bad. They're probably Mark 5s too. But I don't know what kind of armor these battleships have. They might be paper ships. Just going off the fact that they have a lot of guns. And if an AI builds a battleship with a lot of firepower, it typically doesn't have a lot of armor. No, armor is 15 inches at the thickest. Which is probably the turrets. So these might be paper ships. I might be able to kill these. But of course, they can definitely kill me with their 9 20.1-inch guns. Guess we've got no choice but to give it a try. And also, if we can at least damage these, well, most of the enemy fleet, and force them home for repairs, might be able to break the blockade. Let's see, how much ammo have we gotten resupplied since last month? Not much. Not much at all on the battleship Fuheng. And we also have this terrible fog going on. Yeah, you can just keep following the battleship. Heavy cruisers can follow the battlecruiser. DDs, I am in need of your torpedoes. Light cruisers too. How far out are they? "50 kilometers. That's not a bad looking battleship for an AI design. I am kind of liking this. It's got torpedoes, of course. Let's see, you can be on the thumbnail because you look big and scary. What kind of range do they have? 20-inch guns, probably Mark 3s. But they're still 20-inch guns. Are they still Do they have this? Okay, yeah, that's a lot of range. They are in range. Oh boy. I do not have that kind of range. They are firing. It means they have at least some kind of accuracy. Are they targeting my battleship or my my DDs? I can't really tell. Speed is reduced because of the weather. There, lost sight of my my battleship thanks to the light cruiser smoke. How far away are we now? 30 kilometers. Need to just get closer with my DDs and hope that in the meantime they don't blow up my my battleships. We are now approaching torpedo range. And now, let's select some targets for the torpedoes. You are in range. You are in range. You are in range. You are not in range. You're a battlecruiser. You're almost in range. Let's aim at the one in the middle again. Okay, DDs. Your time to shine. Let's get these fish in the water. All my fish is in the water. I can now retreat. Light cruisers, you also have some fish. Let's give them plenty of fish. My battleship is now in range with its not much ammunition. So let's see how many torpedo hits we're going to be rewarded with. DD's only had one torpedo per tube, no reloads. Here they come. They look to be more or less on target. At least the DD torpedoes. There you go, one torpedo hit on a battleship. Three, four torpedo hits. Another torpedo hit on a battleship. Yeah, so far, not too bad. We're just about to identify the first enemy battleship. There we go, Akagi. It has some armor. Not a whole lot, but it's some armor. Main deck 5.8. Main belt 11.5. And the turrets have surprisingly little armor. I'm down to HE only on Fuheng. Battlecruiser has plenty of ammo. Why did it get a lot more ammo replenished than the battleship did? I don't know, but that's what happened. Luckily, they are quite slow, these battleships. They are running Tube Powder 2, TND 3, Citadel 5, Barbette 5. So flash fire chance shouldn't be too high, but they're still 20-inch guns with a lot of penetration. You know, basically my ships are not safe at any range. Cap Ballistic 2, AP, soft capped HE. Yeah. Were they Mark 3? Yeah. Okay, we've done some damage. We could be happy with this. Let's get a better thumbnail. Don't really see all the other ships in the formation here because of the fog, but that's fine. Maybe this one. You can actually see the one in the front taking fire. No, this is the one I want. Yeah, that's a thumbnail. Some kind of super uber Yamato. Just without all the armor. It has some armor though, so it's not completely terrible. They're not hitting much, these guns. It's not like they are defective in terms of accuracy either. So I guess I've just been lucky. My own guns are not hitting much either. There you go, score a hit. Not too damaging, sadly. See, what kind of stuff do I have range to hit with my heavy cruisers? 26-kilometer range? Yeah, no. Not really anything substantial. Let's just hit this battleship with a lot of stuff. Maybe we can kill off the crew? These two are already heavily damaged, so they will have to return to port. Light cruisers have their torpedoes back. I'm gonna go for another torpedo run. just not really hitting much. And I know I could get closer, but that's not really in my interest because that seems super dangerous given the amount of firepower the enemy has. Kilometers out from that battleship. Smoke up. I got 22-kilometer torpedo range. I want the Karame to launch towards the Soryu. There we go. Because it's in more of a cluster. So the torpedoes can possibly hit a lot of stuff. Okay, torpedoes are alive. Oh. Karame got her torpedoes off before sinking. Zhou Yang still has 4 torpedoes left. She needs to launch. There they go. Now you can leave for home. Karame might not make it. But we're gonna see if maybe Fuheng is completely out of ammo. Maybe she can make it out. Are we gonna get any torpedo heads on this? Misses. No, I don't think so. Anything here? Karame sinks. Now here we go. We're gonna get 2 on Soryu. Excellent. Tona sinks due to heavy flooding. So we're 1 for 1 on light cruisers, at least. And we keep scoring torpedo hits. Even some flooding on Akagi. Are we gonna kill the Soryu? 2%. 1.2. Yes, that's one extremely expensive battleship sent to the bottom. So I might call that a victory. If we can just pepper the Akagi a little bit more before retreating, that will be very fine. Yeah, ended up with 14 torpedo hits in total. We are completely out of AP for my main guns on the battlecruiser, which is approaching its maximum range. The heavy cruisers are no longer able to fire. They're out of range. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to disengage from this. and call that a victory. Again, it's not an overwhelming total victory, but it's basically the best I could hope for. Given the force disparity and basically the situation with ammunition and stuff. There we go. End. So that's a victory, and it's a pretty good victory too in terms of victory points. Yeah, only sunk 2 ships, but one of them was a battleship. Very nice. And we now know that, well, if we have ammunition, we can actually fight these. Because they're not that well armored. Alright. Good show. Romania owns the Byzantides. Yeah, I can do that. Sure. Have we gotten Japan into another war with someone yet? Not yet. But I think if I continue trying to be friendly with Britain, France, and the USA, that should push Japan closer to war with at least one of them. Let's see. I could suspend construction of these 2 heavy cruisers, or I could send the ones having taken the most damage into Haichao. Let's see, which one are those? Damage 49%, Xikang and Xinjiang. Okay. You two get to take a little rest. Should I build some submarines? I probably should. Maybe some mine layer submarines. Super mine layer submarine. 73 million. Or 43 million. I think we're gonna do 2 of these. Way high way. That's gonna take 8 months. I should have done this when I started the campaign. And where else? Probably here, because that could cover this strait. Having a mile leader sub in way high way would be amazing. So let's put one in Chinshu also, like so. Yes. Alright, October. Let's see. We get tension with Britain and France versus Japan. That is good. Now the submarines come, now that I sent home 2 heavy cruisers and 1 heavy light cruiser got sunk. Luckily, it worked out in my favor. These are striking the port. Well, of course, minus the battleship I did sink. Ooh. That's not a fight I want to take. Luckily, the withdrawal succeeded. Romania wants to buy a heavy cruiser. Nope, cannot do that. Fuheng went into repair also. Alright. So basically this is not going to succeed, and I am way over limit by 80,000 tons. And I've already suspended a lot of construction. How much longer are these repairs going to take? 5 months, 8 months for the Fuheng. Well, I guess these will just have to soldier on for a little while. And no, this is not going to work, but the Japanese have sent a battleship home for repair too. And we have a meeting here. That's not a fight I want to take. Luckily, we succeeded in withdrawing. I failed to take Yachao Bay. Okay. That's okay. Can I take Magong? Or maybe Okinawa? I could definitely take some of these tiny islands. Let's try and take Magong. Penghu is the name of the province. Let's see, and we're still over capacity. Yeah, by a bit. If I suspend construction of my Timu class battleships just until the repairs are done, there we go. There we go. And I could now resume construction on these two heavy cruisers. Like so. Great. That cuts down the repair time for my battleship to only 5 months. Excellent. War continues with Japan. That is fine. War between France and Japan. France and Germany. Okay. Kita class battlecruiser versus Chongqing class battlecruiser. I think I can take this. And my battlecruiser should now have its ammunition replenished. At least most of it. .41 kilometer range on those 13-inch guns. Possibly light shells? And or very long barrels. We're getting into range now though. There we go. And I should have a good chance of penetrating at this range. 17 kilometers. Yeah, it had like 10 point something inches of armor. There we go. Full penetrations. Taking some punishment in return. Did you have torpedoes too? No, don't think so. At a little over 20,000 meters, we can start going through the deck. Let's load HE until then, now that it's angling away. Back to auto. One funnel down. Good thing I've got two of them. There we go, damaged its main tower. It's no longer running away. Let's go with HE until its structure has been somewhat reduced. You can see the crew loss going up from the fires. Back to auto now. Get some of those big penetrations. Stop poking holes in me. Not looking good for my invasion if this gets sent home for repairs, even though I specifically do not want it to go home for repairs. Yeah, we sank it. But the Chongqing took a lot of damage doing that. So I don't think my task force is heavier than 100,000 tons anymore. So let's see, is it still in the task force, or yeah, I can sell DDs, that's fine. Yes, it is. 96,000 tons. Oh no, almost. Almost. That means I cannot launch an invasion. Do I have any ships ready? A bunch of DDs, but they're being commissioned. Like anything else? Are any of these even finished? Repairing 1 month. No. I'm 4,000 tons short of doing this. So we're gonna have to wait until next month, get a bunch of DDs down here, and then launch an invasion. And then I can send the battlecruiser home for repair. Okay, they are striking my port. Stuff happening in Europe. Let's see, 3 DDs. That should put me over the limit. 4 DDs are involved in a convoy attack. Convoy defense, actually. 12 transports being attacked by a light cruiser and a DD. So, we're gonna have to do that. Let's see. Where is the enemy coming from? You can detach and join the other lone DD. Like so. Two divisions of 2 is a little bit more flexible than one large division. Problem is, I don't have any ships here with any decent view range, because these are primarily intended to act in a task force. So I sacrificed view range, just added the smallest, cheapest tower I could find. I do have radar though. I'm being spotted already. I can see the radar ping where they are. And I'm taking fire even. Let's get torps in the water. We could kill this with guns, potentially. Did not get any torpedo hits. We are avoiding the enemy torpedoes, so that's good. we gonna kill this soon? Maybe. Let's send in these two and try and torpedo that light cruiser. This must be the DD. No, 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 no. Do not switch targets, you morons. I told you to fire at the DD. Let's have these turn in like this. Parallel to the light cruiser. Lost one DD. But they're about to lose theirs and possibly their light cruiser. I think their light cruiser is avoiding my torpedoes. But we're certainly gunning it down. It's about to launch again. Oh, we did score a torpedo hit. Lucky. Alright. Good. Lost one DD, but we sank one and a light cruiser. I'll call that a success. Alright, but these are currently in the Yellow Sea, so they cannot really add tonnage to that region here yet. Nope, no naval invasion possible at this time. You need to have 100,000 tons in the corresponding sea region to even initiate a naval invasion, but well, that's a pretty big port though, so I'm not sure how much I will actually be required to complete this invasion. It might be less than 100,000, which might allow me to send the battlecruiser home for repairs, while the rest of the task force is actually conducting the invasion. Let's see. They're striking my port again, and we have a meeting with another one of these huge battleships, Yuga, which I think we damaged previously. It must have gotten repaired. But the thing is, the Chongqing is horribly damaged. So I don't really fancy my chances here. But I guess we'll just have to do it. At least we have a lot of DDs here. It's so annoying. We're probably going to end up losing some of these ships. And then, yeah, no invasion this turn either. Yeah, I guess we have to. Withdrawing didn't work. Okay. And I'm basically banking everything on my torpedo strikes from the DDs. Everything else can just run away. Let's have 2 divisions of 3. Light cruiser can run away too. We're scoring hits though, which is good. John Quinn cannot take much punishment in this state. They are on low fuel. That is excellent. That is very, very excellent. Okay. And I'm hoping maybe I'm gonna hit some accidental escort ships as well. What a time for it to turn invisible. My god. What horrible timing. Absolute potential disaster here. We need to have... There it goes. There's the target. 17 kilometers out. Torpedoes are launching from all DDs. Excellent. Now just have everything retreat. Do you have range to that battleship? No. Oh, typical. But my torpedoes made it into the water. And they're coming now from 2 different directions, and I think we're gonna get some hits here. Oh, narrowly avoided. No, not a single hit on the battleship. Hitting plenty of other ships though. Sank 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, that was unlucky. And it was such a nice spread of torpedoes through that just narrowly avoided hitting the battleship. I wonder what we sank. I guess we're gonna find out. post-battle. I just hope this battleship doesn't delete any more of my ships. It's targeting the battlecruiser again. Times 30. All in all, it could have gone much worse. We sank a light cruiser and a DD. Okay. Now, question is my battlecruiser still in the task force? Yes, it is. Naval invasion. Okinawa Island is only 107,000. Penghu 117. Let's try Penghu. What is here? Sadly, I'm gonna need more tonnage to actually pull it off, but we got 2 heavy cruisers finished now. They are in battle in that convoy battle. So we're gonna do that and then call it an episode. I think we can take this. I think my heavy cruisers are capable of taking on the Maya class. Two fresh cruisers. Repairs finished. Fully stocked on ammunition. What can be better than that? Let's see, what are we firing at? Let's see what's what here. That's the heavy cruiser, alright. Actually, let's have one target the light cruiser as well. It should be an easier kill. Long 2, so you can get in her with her torpedoes. Well, now they're both targeting the heavy cruiser because the light cruiser turned invisible. No, that is the light cruiser. Must have been the DD I was looking at first. Torpedo range, yes. Aggressive launch is on. Probably not gonna hit that much from this range. I'm targeting a maneuverable heavy cruiser like that, but still. One of them switched targets with its main gun. That was you. No, I still want you to target the heavy cruiser with the main guns. Torpedo's not looking too terrible. Might get something. Might get something here. Torpedoes are detected. Is she overcorrecting? Yes. Yes. 2 torpedo strikes. Excellent. Very good. Her engines are out. Now I want HE on the light cruiser, AP on the heavy cruiser. Not the other way around. There we go, more flooding. Good hits on the light cruiser. Couple more flooding hits on that heavy cruiser and it should be going down. Partial pen. I think if we can get closer. Because the enemy DD does not have a lot of torpedo range. We can actually outrange the torpedoes with our secondary guns. Futaka, we need some flooding on the bow section. Both of you, auto. Not quite in range with the secondaries. The Navy is dead in the water. For some reason. Torpedoes. From the light cruiser. Should have maneuvered sooner, but that's okay. Out of HE on the 10-inch guns. These run out of ammunition so quickly. We're gonna kill the Unebi. Maybe. There you go. Got some flooding on Futaka, but I think that was already a flooded compartment. Almost in secondary range to the DD. Let's just get a little bit closer and get those 5-inch guns working. Fuheng is now running out of main gun ammunition. Five-inch guns have opened up. Unebi sinks. Both my cruisers are out of ammunition. How do they chew through their ammunition that fast? Well, 15-second reload time. Probably not too helpful when it comes to conserving ammunition. Should launch her torpedoes. Now we can just get a little bit closer, and then start peppering the Fudetaka. There we go, with secondaries. The Fudetaka only has her 8-inch guns. And one turret is out of commission. Forebelt, ash belt, 4.3 and 4.5 inches. We can go through if close enough. I'm starting to take a lot of damage from Fudetaka, but she goes down. Oh, mostly flooding damage. It'll get fixed. Good. Not perfect, but good enough. Alright, that was that month. And that was this episode. So, let's see, how are we in terms of victory points? 69,000, nice, versus 8,000. So, we are winning, but it's not that big of a score, is it? Naval funds, looking okay, looking good. But I know that as soon as we get a peace treaty, my budget is gonna shrink, and I'm gonna need that money. There we go, my shipyard has been made bigger. Let's do another 12-month build. Let's see, we can resume construction on some of these. How many though? 20,000 tons. Let's wait until these are done. Yeah, so that'll be next month. Then we can resume construction of the Timu class battleships and this battlecruiser. In terms of research, I'm guessing that's going to be Mark 4 16. Either that or Mark 5 15. I wouldn't be opposed to either. I wonder if they actually removed gas turbines from the game, because I can't see it. So what's the tonnage here? 100,000. Not quite. If it was 107, I think it was. No, 117. That's just not gonna be enough. Until I get this battleship and these heavy cruisers joining in. That will improve things. We'll see next month and next episode. Goodbye and take care.